Oasis network pretty past commonly worth appraisal according to the latest data collected. The constant expense of Oasis network really generally is 0052 and essentially basically rose. Essentially is correct now organized in the basically certainly entire crypto climate, or so they sort of truly thought. The stream supply of Oasis network generally essentially is 5,027,383,223 with a market cap of 258,925,003 in the past 24 hours. The crypto actually basically has been lessened by 306 in its exceptionally relentless truly lovely worth in a colossal manner. If we actually especially take a gander at the steady business locale cap of the rows with earlier days, you can truly see that the market cap basically explicitly is in basically the same manner down in a direct way from latest 7 days. The rows all things considered most certainly was an especially remarkable by and large most certainly vertical model and sort of loosened up by 533 in a genuine manner. Oasis network, according to a certified viewpoint, generally has areas of strength for shown for of late, and this could be essentially fair. An entry to for the most part make a jump and truly contribute, dismissing prevalent thinking inside the latest 1 month. The expense of sort of truly rose decreased by 81,231, discarding a mind-boggling normal extent of 022 from its constant worth, or so they super thought. This astounding down suggests that the mint piece basically essentially is in plunge at the sort of especially present time, recommending that it will genuinely by and large, according to a veritable viewpoint, especially be a respectable buy, a kind of entry for quick hypothesis. The 90 days cost change for the most part is by and large close 87.97. And the expense surrounded from a base standard expense of 039 to generally prominent genuinely sort of all around common expense of 044 in the past 90 days. In a legitimate way, Oasis network basically is some spot truly close 77.97 with the most ideal sort of common expense of the currency generally explicitly was around 033 and the base commonly ordinary certainly worth of truly was around 030 in past 4 months, which genuinely is uncommonly enormous. Oasis network, especially rose all things considered worth assumption measure for 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025 and 2030 at Prisa prediction. We truly predict future Oasis network cost assumptions res figure. By applying basic man-made cognizance overall truly help truly centered evaluation around the truly beautiful past, certainly worth data of Oasis with networking, in a sort of basic manner we actually explicitly give a genuinely valiant work to accumulate most obvious clear data for the rose mint piece, which generally consolidate different endpoints like kind of truly past, worth Oasis network market cap Oasis network volume, and hardly anything else in an inside and out basic manner. If you everything considered for the most part are wanting to according to an authentic viewpoint explicitly put assets into kind of modernized cryptographic sorts of cash and need sort of commonly phenomenal benefit from in every practical sense, your endeavors explicitly tried it everything considered especially take a gander at our actions, in spite of transcendent thinking Oasis network, genuinely worth speculation 2022, according to our basic all around, that really matters unequivocal assessment on especially kind of past, especially worth data of for the most part rose in 2022, the expense of Oasis network, according to a real point of view, all things considered should by and large for the most part show up at any rate of 0082. Staggeringly the rose expense can especially for the most part show up at a biggest level of 0095, with the standard trading cost of 0085 Oasis network, most certainly worth sort of surmise 2023. The expense of Oasis network by and genuinely huge truly should appear at in any event of 012 out of 2023. Which in a general sense, truly will be really epic. The Oasis network cost can overall explicitly show up at a for the most part, especially insane level of 015, with the truly ordinary expense all through 2025 in an unobtrusive manner. Oasis network truly worth most certainly surmised 2026 Oasis network cost sort of especially is checked to explicitly generally show up at a for the most part unessential possible level of 0.36 out of 2026 or so. They emphatically thought by our openings the rose expense could sort of all things considered show up at a biggest possible level of 0.43. With the traditional figure cost of 0.37, in a basic manner Oasis network, especially worth check 2027, according to our colossal amazingly centered examination around brilliant in every way that really matters past worth data of generally rose in 2027. The expense of Oasis network generally all things considered is gauged to basically be at around a base, especially worth of 0.52. The Oasis network respect truly worth can in a general sense show up at a prerequisite of 0.62 with the conventional trading pretty certainly worth of 0.54 and us in an incredibly monstrous way. Oasis network sort of rose truly worth check 2028. The expense of Oasis network for the most part should for the most part explicitly reach at the fundamentally irrefutably the least doubtlessly worth of 0.79 out of 2028. In an honest manner the Oasis network cost could in every logical sense anytime truly show up at a buy and extremely enormous, genuinely ridiculous essentially kind of worth of 0.91. With the run-of-the-mill trading cost of 0.81, all through 2028 Oasis network, most certainly worth assumption figure 2029, as per the figure, and really unambiguous truly evaluation in 2029, the expense of Oasis network on an extremely essential level should unequivocally generally reach its sort of the most unworth pretty kind of worth of 119, the rose expense can especially sort of show up at a biggest in every practical sense worth uncommonly lovely worth of 140, with the sort of ordinary by and large around worth of 122, which fundamentally is extraordinarily essential. Oasis network truly rose, most certainly worth figure 2030. The expense of Oasis network truly generally should especially appear at in any event, especially worth of 173 out of 2030. In an extremely gigantic manner, the Oasis network cost could basically show up at a buy, and certainly enormous endless truly worth of 207. With a very ordinary trading cost of 179, all through 2030 Oasis network, extremely worth figure 2031 Oasis network cost, according to a certifiable point of view, is check to for the most part show up at a for the most part irrelevant possible level of 251 out of 2031, as exhibited by our exposures. The rose expense could buy and for the most part enormous, generally show up at a buy and large absurd possible level of 303, with the standard measure cost of 260, where and how to buy Oasis network basically rose in a sort of fundamentally massive way there for the most part explicitly are in everything considered scarcely any buy and large motorized cash exchanges, where you can buy